They told me I could be anything I wanted. So, I became a god, and I took the initiative. Reus is a god game by the Dutch indie developer Abbey Games. They're a very small team, and this is their second game out the door. Let's take a look. The game is based around 4 giants creating life on the planet. Through them, you create oceans, forests, deserts, swamps, and mountains. From there, you create access to natural resources, plants and animals for food, minerals for wealth and tech, and you can add aspects to them to improve their overall quality. You have to terraform the planet to allow the humans to live and prosper. You don't have direct control over the human race, but you influence their growth with your godlike powers. The villages are founded wherever there is a nearby resource to exploit. The symbiosis for each resource is an additional bonus when certain conditions are met. For example, chickens will provide more food when placed adjacent to blueberries, and this is the kind of thing you need to do because the space in the villages is very limited. Optimizing usage of the land is how you progress in the game. The villages will each work on their own project, and this depends on the land. They require a number of resources to be consumed in order to finish, and there's a time limit on them. They may also have some additional requirements like having a certain amount of plants or animals, but sometimes you need to kill someone. I like that. This unlocks new aspects and levels up your abilities so you can create more potent resources. That's really all there is to it, but that's just the part you control. The other part is what the humans do with the planet. They can live peaceful lives and develop their civilizations with everything you provide them. They can also become greedy enough to attack other villages for their resources. And if they really wanted to be a bunch of jerks, they can attack your giants as well, so you have to teach them a lesson. The goal of the game is to achieve specific developments, things like obtaining a certain amount of prosperity, using only specific resources in a village, and really weird stuff like that. So in a sense, the game revolves around obtaining achievements. The games are set to only last 30 minutes, an hour, or 2 hours, and through every play session, you acquire these achievements. This encourages experimentation into building different types of planets, but I've seen a couple things I'm not liking about this game. Before you can start a game, you have to go through the tutorial. Yes, it's very helpful and it does allow you to learn the basics, but forcing you to go through with it? I don't like it. Another thing I don't like is the tech tree, or so they call it. When looking into upgrading a resource, the options may be locked and all it says is to develop your people differently. I have unlocked many new plants and animals, but I don't understand how or why. And this is something I feel should be explained to the player. Showing the prerequisites would go a long way to avoiding this whole guessing game. But overall, Reus is a fairly easygoing game. Very simplistic for a god game, very casual, very replayable. You do stuff, and stuff happens. So now, let's analyze how this will do in the market. In the next few weeks, all we will see is just a bit of coverage. We already have the reviews and some of the Let's Plays out the door. No one seems to be really obsessed with this game. It's more of a mild interest. The developer has mentioned a Mac and a Linux port, so we should have that within this time frame. But generally speaking, we won't be seeing much activity around this game. Within 6 months, this game will be long dead. I feel this is the kind of game that would be delegated to mobile usage. Install this on a netbook and play this on an airplane. But there's already so many amazing games you can play in this instance that its visibility in the public eye will fade away completely. And considering the nature of the game, I don't even think you can expand on it. I see no indication for possible mod support in the future, and even then, what would you mod? Same thing with DLC. What do you release as DLC? I can't think of anything unless you want skins. No, you don't want skins. If anything, if there is going to be new content for the game, it's going to be an official patch. So overall, Reus makes a good attempt at using creative ideas and innovating gameplay. The price is $10, and you can probably find it for less if you look hard enough, so it's a good price for what you get. This game's offerings are different from what you normally see these days, but it falls short when it comes to long-lasting appeal. It's a game you can play for a couple hours at a time at most, until you stop playing completely after a few weeks. Thanks for watching, and look forward to the follow-up within a few months.